Hi there, welcome back. Today I want to have a chat about content creation. More specifically about Facebook and its recent professional mode and content creator monetization situation. But just to give you an idea of where I'm at, I have been on the internet for a very long time and I have had pretty much every social media out there. Like, I had a MySpace, AIM, Skype, Uvu, if anyone remembers that. And then, of course, Facebook. Twitter, I never really got into, but I do have a Twitter. I've actually had multiple ones and I kept deleting them because I never really used it. But I have it just to have it, just to have my name on there, and get discovered or whatever. But Twitter could be its own other video. That is a whole mess. Separate from Facebook and now Meta, which includes Instagram as well. So I have had a Facebook since 2008. I've had another one before that I have since then deleted for other stuff, but my personal page has been around for a long time, and last year I was able to turn on professional mode and get monetized. And if you don't know anything about it, within the last few years everybody's been trying to get on the whole content creator programs and monetizations. All the different social medias have been pushing that, and with Facebook specifically, they started with Facebook Reels because TikTok is huge now and everybody's trying to be like TikTok. Facebook has Reels, Instagram has Reels, YouTube has Shorts, so everybody has their own version of TikTok, of short videos, which can also be a whole other conversation that I can talk about. But yeah, Facebook was trying to push Reels, and in an attempt to do that, they started this creator monetization program to get people incentivized to get on there and start making Reels. They also, both Instagram and Facebook, don't like when you just reuse a TikTok and you have like the TikTok logo floating around. They will basically lower the reach of those if they, their algorithm or whatever catches that. And I have noticed that. I don't do TikToks and Reels very often because honestly they annoy me. But my experience with them so far is it's kind of like a hit or miss, but definitely other apps don't like when the TikTok logo is in there. But anyway, so they started pushing these Reels and everybody started jumping on this creator monetization, but it wasn't like anybody could join. Like, you have to be invited to it. You can only be invited if you have professional mode turned on. Professional mode doesn't automatically mean you get monetized, but it is the first step to get monetized on Facebook. And so eventually I got invited to their bonus program, is what it's called, the performance bonus program. They have a couple different ones. They have the Reels Play, which no longer exists anymore. That only lasted a couple months because Facebook actually ended up losing money on paying people and pushing these Reels. So Reels Play program doesn't exist at all anymore. They don't pay for Reels. And when they did pay for it, it was about 20 cents per every, I think, either 500 or 1,000 views, one of the two. But basically you needed to get a bunch of views to get 20 cents. Just a couple cents. Reels annoy me anyway, and I didn't really continue with that. But my next step that everybody was like talking about was the performance bonus program, which is the monetization that pays you from your posts and other videos. Basically anything besides Reels is the performance bonus program. So text posts, photos, videos, anything like that. And that's like what everybody was trying to get because that's like where the real money was at, right? I eventually got monetized, and at first it seemed like it was pretty good because the first month I think I made just a little over 100. But then, ever since then, it kept getting lower and lower and lower, like every month by about like $10 to $20. So like the next month I made like just 100, then I made like 80, and it just kept going like lower and lower and lower. By the end of it, so like I said, Reels Play, they got rid of that completely. So if you went into your like earnings, it used to say like Reels Play and then you would see what you made. Now it was just like untitled. Like it wasn't, they completely cut it out of there. I was making a little bit of money from the performance bonus program. However, I ended up just turning off my professional mode after a year of doing that. And here's why. Yeah, I was making a little bit of money, and at the very beginning I was making more money, and everybody I know who had professional mode and was monetized have noticed this too, that their earnings have gone down a lot since last year, which is 2022, 2023 basically is around when all that was happening. So yeah, at first it seemed cool. I was like, that's nice, a little bit of extra money, I could definitely use that. However, I then started getting posts flagged from like weeks, months, years ago. And it doesn't make any sense, because like why are we even, nobody's even seeing those posts anymore. So what I suspect is happening is Facebook, when you get monetized, sends out their little bots to do a little sweep of your profile and see if they can find anything at all that could be mistaken as going against their community guidelines, and they will flag it. And then what happens is you basically kind of get like, not banned, but your earnings get paused for a month. And then if you don't get any more flags or warnings or anything, then you get your monetization back after a month passes. And that happened to me a few times. And by the end of it, I was just laughing at it, because I was like, this is just silly. Like, this is ridiculous. So basically what Facebook will do is they will do anything in their power to not have to pay you. And your posts will get flagged all the freaking time. And it's like, sometimes it's not even posts that like have anything bad in them. It's just like their algorithm, their system could make a mistake and flag a post, and then there's nothing you can do about it. You could try to report it, nobody cares. There's nobody on the other end sitting there and trying to fix these problems, unless you're Facebook verified. Then you get special privileges and special access to talk to someone. But the problem with the Facebook verification, first of all, not everybody can do that, because it's like, what, $12, $14 a month or something? Which is like kind of ridiculous for a little freaking check mark and to be able to talk to someone. Yeah, and the only people who can get that, if you're able to pay for it, is people who are willing to put their full name out there. And a lot of people on the internet don't want to do that for, you know, safety reasons mostly. And, you know, I'm one of those people. I don't put out my full name anywhere. I have made a complete sweep once I started getting any kind of traction on my social medias. I made a sweep on every one of my social medias to delete anywhere where it had my full name on there. Because I didn't want any crazies knowing that information or finding me, you know, if someone's trying to stalk me or something. Like, you know, people are crazy. It's a crazy world out there. And I'm like, if I'm gonna be doing this social media content creation thing, like, I need to be super careful. But you can't then get this verified check mark if you don't use your name. Which, dude, is like 80% of the freaking users on there. Like, it's crazy. And then another lovely downside of that I've discovered is that a lot of predators, they don't mind using their real name. And they will verify their profiles, and then you can't do anything about it. No matter how many times you report their page, Facebook is not going to take them down, because they're paying Facebook. Facebook is all about making money. And they, like I said, if you're monetized, will find any reason to not have to pay you. And I even read their TOS, the agreement that you sign, and basically there's a section in there that says that they don't owe you anything. Even if it says in your earnings that, oh, this is how much you made, Facebook can basically make up any reason they want to not even pay you what you earned, what you earned. It is absolutely bonkers. It makes no sense, and it was so stressful, honestly. It was so stressful, and it was frustrating, and I hated it. And I was like, by the end of it, I think I made like $10 or something. And I was like, you know what? This isn't worth it. I don't want to deal with this anymore. All these crazy people, and the algorithm doesn't make any sense. And like, if you get shadow banned, then it's not even worth it. And you can get shadow banned all the time because Facebook flags your freaking posts from years ago. Oh my god. I said, no thank you. I am done with this. I'm just gonna continue using Facebook as a personal page like I was before, and, you know, posting my art every once in a while to try to advertise that. It was just a mess. So, and it ended up being really not worth it, and it's super stressful. And I've seen the same sentiment from other creators on Facebook as well. There's a whole lot you can say about this, but it's really, honestly, to a point, it started feeling like a scam almost, because my profile just kept getting in trouble for like stupid shit, and like sometimes you would try to defend yourself against a bully that's coming at you, and Facebook flags you and not the bully. Make it make sense. Like every time I got one of those warnings, I was just like, this is just dumb. Like, it just, nobody is sitting there checking this shit. There is no people running this. It's all just their algorithm, and like if you try to go to get help, there's no phone number, there's no email, there's no nothing. There's nothing. It just takes you to like FAQ section and just more FAQs, and not like anywhere where you can actually get support. And then when you find there is like, it's deep in there, you can find the support inbox. When you find it, you can message them all you want. No one is going to respond. It's useless. It's just for show. It's theater. Facebook does not care. And Instagram, I have a lot to say about it too, because that has dramatically gone down in the last few years too. And it's just, I hate using Instagram now too. It's there. I mean, it's meta. I don't. You know, Threads, the new app thing that showed up, I refuse to use it because they have 2 other apps that are shit that they can't fix right now, and they're making another one, and I'm like, nah, I'm not getting another meta app. That is the one thing I refuse to use. I don't have a Threads account, and I never will. I have been checking out other apps like Hive and Blue Sky recently, although I haven't been very active. Hive, I was really looking forward to it because there was a lot of things I liked about it, but I ended up not really using it, and I do come back from time to time to check because it has a lot of glitches, unfortunately, and there's not, their team is very small, I know that, so I was kind of letting it, you know, giving them some more time, but it's just, it ended up being too annoying, and it's sad because I did really enjoy that app, and like I said, I will keep coming back and checking on it, but I don't know how often I'll be using that. And now Blue Sky is also more similar to Twitter, which I'm not super, like I said, I was never really into Twitter, but it's nice so far, and I haven't really used it much yet, but I'm gonna keep exploring that. By the way, I do have invite codes for Blue Sky. If anybody wants them, let me know. I can drop some down below. But yes, the internet has been quite an interesting place, and there has been a lot of pros and cons, and a lot of changes in the last decade or two, and I miss MySpace, is all I gotta say in the end, is I miss MySpace, dude. There is actually a similar website called Space Hey. There you go. And it's very similar, and you could do the whole HTML code thing where you change your background, and that's really cool. I love that, but also haven't really got into that. But the days of MySpace in general were so much simpler, and people in the internet back then were so much more friendly to each other, and everybody was like trying to make and keep friends. Now it just seems like everybody wants to argue and hate each other, and there's so many trolls. Oh my god, people who like have no life, who will just sit there and like be shitty to someone else or a lot of someone else's, and it's like just sad. It's sad. I'm so conflicted about the internet because in a lot of ways it's amazing. There's so much information, and it's so interesting, and it's, you know, it can bring a lot of people together, but now in so many other ways it's just toxic and rage-filled and sad, and just like, I want to see art and, you know, interesting conversations, and I would rather have less of all the bullshit. And now people are also having to fight the algorithms of these different websites that are just not made to work with them. None of these websites are made to work with creators. They just make it look like they are, but they don't care. They don't care about creators. They don't care about artists. They don't care about small businesses. I see these complaints over and over again that, you know, people get shadow banned, or, you know, art just doesn't get pushed. And I experience it too. Every time I post, you know, a lewd picture, you know, a sexy picture, a picture of my ass or whatever, that gets a bunch of attention. But I post my art or my crochet, it gets like a fraction of that. And Or, you know, drama posts. Facebook and Twitter, oh my god, they love drama posts. There was actually, like, somebody did, like, looked into how Facebook works, and, like, I think I read an article about it somewhere, but, like, they were literally, their algorithm was pushing posts that were more controversial, and they had to, like, tone that down, working with, like, the different reacts and what they mean in terms of, like, how the algorithm views a post. It's bonkers. Like, it doesn't feel like a happy community, you know, like the way it's supposed to. Back when Facebook was farmland, okay? That's how old I am. If anybody gets that reference, let me know. I think that is about what I wanted to say on this. It's frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating and difficult, and people who have more money and are able to spend more money and pay Facebook, I think, probably have less issues than people who do not want to pay Facebook $14 every month and can't afford to, and the people who can't put their full legal name out there because it's freaking dangerous and people can use that against you. Like, that's why so many people have, you know, alternative names or, like, separate names for different things that they do, for different hobbies or what have you, that you want to participate, and different groups you want to be a part of in the internet. People have different names for that, for good reason. And Facebook is now gatekeeping, I guess you can kind of call it that option from a lot of people, a lot of users. I'm gonna stop rambling and let me know what you think about all of this, and how long have you been on the internet, and what social medias have you had. Oh yeah, DeviantArt is another one that I had, still do technically, but yeah, let me know. If you liked the video, please leave me a like. And I don't do these kinds of videos very often, but I am an artist and I do all kinds of artsy things. Hair dye, painting, crocheting, alternative fashion, all that. Anyway, if you're into it, check out my videos and subscribe. I hope you have a great day or night. And I hope the internet doesn't treat you too badly, because boy, do I know what that's like. There's a lot of crazies out there, a lot of creeps. You should see the messages I get. I mean, if you're on my Facebook, you see some of it, but yeah. Little update on my health. My foot is getting better. I am supposed to start putting full weight on it, so that's super exciting. And MagFest is coming up soon. Oh my god. I am doing kind of a last minute cosplay to cosplay together with some of my friends. And yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, see you soon.